Two AL Central rivals. We'll see the Detroit Tigers taking on the Cleveland Indians in Cleveland Progressive Field. It's Major League Baseball 2K11.
A home field advantage, the Cleveland Indians think so, and they hope so. Manny being Manny, and when he is, it is fun to watch. We'll see how he does today. Manny Ramirez. Glad to have you join us. Tuesday night edition of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Here's a look at Cleveland's starter. Steve, what do you think the strategy is going to be against this Detroit powerhouse?
Now, this right-hander has quality stuff, and it doesn't really matter oftentimes who he's facing. If he executes his pitches and pitches his game, he's got a chance to come out on top.
Jimmy Leyland's put this lineup together for this ballgame. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, one of the best hitters in all of baseball, Miguel Cabrera, and he's still at such a young age. Great patience at the plate, an RBI machine. Whenever there's guys on base, he will expand the zone a little bit to try to drive those guys in, but he always seems to succeed.
Cobb is the batter. Detroit coming in off a loss in their last one. They were hoping to take the series after splitting games 1 and 2. They ended up grabbing one game only against the Royals in Kansas City. Swing and a liner to right center. Well, that's a good start. First batter, first hit. Now we'll take a quick look at the Indians, how they line up on the field. Here's a look at the schedule for the Cleveland Indians. Thursday, they wrap up this Detroit series. And after that, they'll be home against the Twins. They have to deal with Joe Mauer and the rest of that lineup. Boy, there's some great competition in that set of games. That's going to get going on Friday night. Then they'll kick off a road series with the White Sox. That's a team they handled all right the last time up. They'll try for a repeat performance. Doesn't want to give up the lead run here. Tie ball game with a couple on.
Well, the situation's not all that bad just yet, Gary. It's still early. If he can get a strikeout or a pop-up and limit the sacrifice opportunities, then the defense can move back and they can play for the final out of the inning.
Here it comes. Good sharp curve there, and he's in front 0-2.
You want to throw the curveball away. Hard in and go with the curveball away, and it's exactly what he did right there.
He deals. And a ground ball to Tomey. That'll be a base hit and an RBI. And Cabrera also comes home. Base hit knocked. And a big one. Brings in a couple of runs.
Well, that pitch down and away is the toughest in the game to hit. A perfect pitch from the pitcher. Great piece.
He'll get things started here in the home half of the first. Here's the first pitch. And he lays it down. He'll try to beat it out. Morris. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning.
Gotta like the creativity, trying to get on any way that you can, but just didn't locate that bunt where he needed to beat it out and be safe.
We've got a moment to check out that lineup for the Indians. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, Manny Ramirez is one of the best right-handed hitters I have ever seen play the game of baseball as far as producing runs. But now at the twilight of career, it's not as consistent as it used to be. But for one game, Manny can do special things. Look for some special things today.
Singled home a run in his last at bat. Two down. Runners at first and second. First pitch. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
Well, the hitter must have thought that was either going to go too far out of the zone or too high. He takes the pitch, but it's a strike.
On the way. And here's a swing and a miss, and he falls behind 0-2.
Well, third inning of this ball game, Gary, clearly he's run into a little bit of a brick wall and up over 20 pitches right here.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. And we'll see the Indians next. It's a perfect night for baseball. The grass lit up here. Beautiful green at Progressive Field. Very comfortable night. There's a strike from Morris. Now 0-1. As a win last time out for the Indians. And anytime you can dominate like they did in that series feels good. 3-for-3 sweep against the Rangers in Texas.
And this ball club's in the middle of a pretty good streak right now.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. This ball club's won 7 out of their last 10. You keep that going in the course of a year, and you're in good shape.
Well, you absolutely are, and there's no reason to believe they can't. This team is a great, great team with every facet working right now.
Hit sharply towards the hole. Throw one to first in time, one away. Now look at the pitching staffs with the best ERA over the past 10. Brought to you by State Farm. The Yankees, #1. Second, the Rangers. In third, the Indians. The Orioles, 4th. And 5th best, the A's.
We take a look at these low ERAs right here. It really points to a philosophy for the organization. Limit the damage. Don't give up the multiple runs in an inning. Give up one, but don't give up a bunch. I got a chance to drive one out of the ballpark in that last ball game for him. And I think with that, they got to think about getting somebody on in front of them because it looks like the power's coming.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a line to left. And that one to fall in, and the run will score.
Well, the hitter makes an adjustment going down on the pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and drives it here.
And you get a run scored if you're in that at-bat. What you want to do is make contact. He did. That pays off. Two men on and 2 men out. And the first pitch. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Fourth inning of this game, and right now he's finding himself over 20 pitches here, and that is eating away at his overall pitch count total, so he may not be around for long.
Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. And another one. It's contagious. And he scores. That is the tying run.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
Number 9 spot at the plate again. Sometimes you get offense when you don't need it. This time they got it right when they needed it.
Gary, that was a great piece of hitting right there. It allowed them to pull it even here early in the game. Nice response.
Two men on, 2 men out. And here's the pitch. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. And you get a feeling early on this ball game is up for grabs. This could be anybody's.
Well, it's certainly going to be a battle. I don't think there's any question about that. You have to keep it close, especially with this guy on the mound. That's why this at-bat is critical.
Lays off that fastball, and it's 0-2.
The hitter has to be protective. He has to be able to fight off that tough pitch and put it in play for a base hit if he can.
Fouled away.
Foul!
And he gets under that one. And that one's put away to retire the side. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. Here's Miguel Cabrera to lead it off. He's 1 for 1 so far. And he starts Cabrera out. Line towards second. Number 0. That's 1 down. Here's what's happening this Friday. It'll be Albert Pujols and the St. Louis Cardinals. They play host to the visiting Colorado Rockies. Start time is 8 Eastern. And the number 7 batter in the box. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time. Singleton scored his last time around. 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch, here it comes. Ball. That one's wide as Morris misses.
Well, he's over the 80 pitch mark right now at this point in the game. And you know that pitching coach is keeping a close eye on him to see if he tires.
Fastball just misses and he falls behind 2-0. Pitch on the way. This is popped down the right field line. Should be room. And Crawford puts that away to retire the side. So they pick up a hit but leave a man at second and fail to score. Detroit 5, Cleveland 3. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a swing and a line drive. Into right field. That's a base hit.
And a chance now to see where the Tigers sit in the American League rankings. First in batting average. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they're also the number 1 team in on-base percentage. They give themselves a chance to score runs more than everybody else because they get runners on base.
And you know he's trying to find a way to get out of this. Already down by 2. They don't want to give up anymore.
Well, this is where the value of the power pitcher comes into play. Get the strikeout. Don't let the runners advance.
And to check by the catcher into the dugout, he's got the sign. They're going to issue the free pass here.
And I can see they're thinking in this situation, this may be, in fact, the less risky proposition.
Number 2 spot in the lineup up again. And he's got a shot with the bases loaded.
And they can really open up this game now with a big hit.
Pitcher wants this big hit more than anyone. Bases are loaded here with only 1 away. And here's the first one. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike 1. Lined right at the second baseman. And there's 1. Right now we have the teams doing their best to get on base, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Tigers. The Orioles in second. 3rd, the Yankees. 4th, the Twins. And number 5, the Indians rounded out.
A great matchup right here. These two offenses really scrappy battlers at the plate, fouling off a pitcher's pitch, doing anything they can to get on base. Pitchers are going to...
He homered earlier in the ballgame.
Complete game here for him. I mean, you talk about the RBIs, the homers, and this guy's doing everything today.
Runner on second and 2 outs. At the belt, Morris kicks and throws. Fastball misses away. 1-0. Ready with a 1-0. The 1-0 delivery is a fastball. Can't make contact, strike one.
Some guys throw in, some guys pitch in. He pitched in right there to get the strike. Now let's see if he pitches away.
He swings and drives this one. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. They pick up no runs on one hit and leave a man at second. Tigers still enjoying their lead. And Trammell's batting. He homered back in the fifth. The first pitch. Ball. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0.
Ball
1-0 is a fastball that runs away, 2-0. Inside with the fastball, 3-0.
The pitcher can't find the zone right here, but I'm still giving my hitter the green light. I think he has enough discipline to get a good pitch and try to drive it.
And he gets this one over for a strike, 3-1.
You can really stay out of big trouble in the big inning if you can spot your fastball down in the zone.
And the fastball is over, 3-2 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Popped up, should be playable behind the plate. That's one away. Here's the Central Division race as it stands going into the dog days of summer. Brought to you by State Farm. First place, it's the Indians. In the second spot, the Twins. Third, the Royals. The Tigers, fourth place. And wrapping up the list, it's the White Sox. And in the batter's box, it's K-Line. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. Crawford's there. That'll do it as they put that one away. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. Detroit 6, Cleveland 3. Cobb settles in. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. He had a single in his last time up. Runners at first and third with 2 away. At the belt, Jones kicks, throws. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
That's a great pitch right here. Pounding the strike zone, going up and away. A pitch he could catch up with.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. Yo, a little low. Got it in the dirt, but he held on. Ball 3. 2-1 pitch, a fastball. Outside, 3-1.
Well, you've got to be careful right here. Look, you're down in the count 3-1. You just can't throw something in there and hope he gets himself out. This guy's too dangerous for that.
On the ground to second. Number 2. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Tigers still enjoying a lead. And Parrish settles in. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Quite a late inning jam now. They are already down by 3 and the sacks are full.
Well, he's got determination on his face, Gary. He knows he can't afford to give up another run. He's going to try to get the double play.
First pitch way out of the zone, ball 1. At the belt, the 1-0. Curveball just misses, falls behind 2-0.
Well, this is no time right here to try to nibble on the corners. You've got to throw a pitch down the middle and hope you can get the hitter to get himself out. If you make a quality pitch, you can get out of this inning. If you don't, you're going to get hurt.
Fastball misses badly. He's in danger of losing him.
Now the bases are loaded, and now you got a 3-0 count. You just can't walk a guy in this situation without giving your defense a chance to help you.
And he missed with ball 4. That's going to bring in a run.
Well, when you nibble like this, you get yourself in trouble. A 3-ball count. He goes back to the fastball, which is what he should do, but he misses and now forces in a run.
Now a look at the staffs that have seemed unhittable this past month, brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Angels. The A's 2nd. Blue Jays 3rd. The Indians 4th. And the Mariners 5th.
Boy, these teams right here are tough to face because they just do not give up many base hits. And you've got to make the most of those hits when you get them and try to bunch them together.
And the first pitch. Line drive left of the bag and foul. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. And that looks like an RBI and a single. And that's 2 runs. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double.
Now they just keep adding to the lead right now. That ought to be enough to carry him through the bottom half of the inning, I think.
He's had 1 hit 4 times up. 2 outs and a man on first. And here's the first one. Swung on grounder. This might be it. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Lopsided win for the Detroit Tigers today as they played good baseball from top to bottom.
Now it's time to present our player of the game.
Well, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but it's when you get them. And that's how this game was decided. The one big hit of the entire game, and it's easy to see why we singled him out as the player of the game.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We'll catch you at the yard.